I'll start the first question with Mr. McElroy. How would you use the mayor's office to bring more jobs to Decatur?
I go back to what Julie Moore said earlier, that it really takes professionals to get you on the right track and find those people that do have the opportunity and the capabilities of bringing work to your community. I believe as a mayor that the mayor is the face of the community, and I believe that the mayor has the opportunity and should have the ability to sell Decatur. I believe that the mayor should be involved in anything that goes on as far as behind the closed doors. I believe that he should have the knowledge of what is being done by people that the city taxpayers are paying to do. And if elected the mayor, that's exactly what I will do. I've been a salesman all my life, and I think I'm pretty decent at it. And it's really not hard to sell something you love. And I do love this town. I love being involved with it. So I would suggest that that's what I would do.
Thank you. Mr. Daniels?
I would love to be known as a pro-growth mayor. I believe economic growth is critical to addressing many of the challenges facing our community. I disagree with Mr. McElroy on the issue of we need more professionals in the process. I would simply ask you to consider how's that working. We've had a system for the last 10 or years or longer where we relied on people to outsource the function of growing our community. I think that's a mistake. In fact, if you look at the job numbers, we had 55,000 jobs in this community 10 years ago. Today we have 50,000. I simply ask you, is that working the way we all want it to? I think it's time for a new direction. It's a time for new ideas. As a corporate executive, I've worked with capital decisions, investment decisions, rates of return, companies and acquisitions all over the country and sometimes the world. And I think I know what it takes to bring jobs and opportunity to Decatur. First and foremost, it takes leadership. In fact, I spoke with the head of economic development in Decatur, and he said the thing that would help him the most is having the mayor and the city manager more involved in the process. As mayor, that's something I would do with a substantial portion of my time.
Thank you. You have 60 seconds for rebuttal, Mr. McElroy?
Yes, to Mr. Daniels' point, I believe that's what I said, that is a part that the mayor must play. The mayor must be the face and the salesperson for the community to get the people's interest in it when they would be coming to town to look for opportunities.
Thank you. Mr. Daniels, 60 seconds.
I think it's also important that we focus on the other variables that affect where people locate their businesses and their jobs. The availability of a trained workforce is something the city needs to make a bigger priority. I think our education system is important because, as noted by previous candidates, people choose where they locate their jobs and businesses based on the quality of the education system. Lastly, we need an education system that educates the future workers and prepares our children for the opportunities they may have.
Thank you. Second question, we'll start with Mr. Daniels. It has been well established that the Decatur Police Department needs additional space. What sort of solutions do you favor to solve this problem, and how would you propose paying for that solution?
During my career, I've had to wrestle with space decisions and other corporate resource decisions in countless arenas. As a chief financial officer of a company with 2,000 employees and a company with 10,000 employees, we always had space demands on our business. I took the time with 9 other colleagues from Macon County Shared Vision to go into the police station, spend a considerable amount of time with the police chief and others, and tried to inventory each of the areas that they had space constraints. Clearly they need more space. That's just beyond question. I do dispute whether we need to build a new police station with 70,000 square feet, and even if we thought we needed that, I'd say how could we pay for it? I think the council has recently come to the conclusion that raising taxes is not a viable option, which I agree with. What we can do tomorrow with the will is work within the station we have to expand the usable space, better utilize storage, take space that's underutilized or ineffectively utilized, and immediately provide our space more working facility to work in to make their job more effective.
Thank you. Mr. Becker?
Well, I would say that the studies don't exactly say that. The studies say that we do need the space and we have a problem in the facility that we're in. I do agree with Mr. Daniels on the fact that we don't have the money to do it. So there has to be other options, and one of them would be to bring back an existing facility that before possibly the Regions Bank, but there's also other facilities in this community that could be looked at also. But until we get a handle on what we've got as a deficit, I don't believe that we need to really be looking at anything to do with the new police department until we have a handle on that first.
Thank you. Mr. Daniels, rebuttal.
I'll simply say there's a good example of where we disagree. I've read those studies. I've had several other people read the studies, and they don't say that we have to have that much more space. What they say, if we have 50 more officers, or what we'd like to have, a substantial amount of the space that is proposed in the most recent study that we paid $30,000 or $40,000 again for, was for a meeting room facility on the top floor. If our community is growing, we might need more space, but I think we can address the needs of our police department, which need to be met in the space they have with better utilization.
Thank you. Your turn. Okay. Question number 3, we'll start